Hey guys, I'm Steph from RockyThemes.com, and in this tutorial we will talk about the footer settings that we created for the Nimva theme. Okay, so first go to your WordPress dashboard, then go to theme options and select the footer settings from the left sidebar. Okay, so now the first option that you will see is called the footer widget. So by default you can the footer widgets are disabled because when you install the theme and activate it for the first time, your footer area will not have any widgets added. So you can just enable this option here, turn it on, and then you can go to appearance and widgets and start adding your own widgets. You can see now that when you go to your home page, you have no widgets added. So just because I enabled this footer widgets area and click on Save Changes, you'll see what happens now. Click on Refresh. And if you go to the bottom, you'll see here a new section, which is a blank section because we haven't added any widgets at all. But as soon as you will start adding your widgets, this area will be populated with the widgets that you add. I'm going to show you the second option, which is called the footer copyright alignment. If you enable it, it will force your copyright and the menu at the bottom to be centered. So I just save those changes and click on refresh. Okay, so now you can see that the copyright is it's centered, as well as the bottom menu. Okay, let's go ahead and maybe go to appearance widgets in a new tab, and we'll try to add some widgets for our footer. Okay, so I have footer sidebar 1, footer sidebar 2, 3, and 4. So I'm just going to add here maybe, I don't know, a text. Okay, a text widget. I'm just going to call it footer widget 1. And what to add here? I'm just going to copy some text from other widgets. So click on save. If you go back to your page and hit refresh, you'll see that now the footer widget 1 has been created and has been added to our footer sidebar 1. Now we have 4 sidebars in the footer that you can use. At the moment I only have added a widget to the footer sidebar 1. So I'm going to expand this as well. I'm going to add a new text widget. I'm going to call it footer widget 2. Do the same for footer widget 3. Add some content, and of course for the last sidebar in the footer, I'll call this footer widget 4. Okay, save, go back to your site, hit refresh. Now we haven't saved the 2 widgets that we created, so click on save for each one of them. That's why these widgets were not appearing here. As soon as you click on refresh, you can see all the widgets that we created for the footer area. Okay, so if I'm to disable this option here and click on save changes, you'll notice that the footer widgets will disappear again. Okay, now we only have the copyright area at the bottom. I'm just going to enable this back. You can change the copyright text here. You can also enable or disable the footer menu by using this option. So I'm just going to disable the footer menu. Click on save changes. Remember that the menus are controlled by going to appearance and menus. You'll have the option to create and assign your menus there. Okay, click on refresh. Okay, so now we have the widgets, we have the footer, but now the footer menu has been removed because we disabled it with this option. Another option that you can use is the Twitter feed bar. You can enable this option here. This will actually create Twitter feed bar just above the footer widgets. Of course, you'll have to create your own Twitter app and use it. Use your own Twitter profile. Okay, I'm not going to use this feature right now. I'm going to enable the call to action bar. Okay, so if I click on save changes and go to my site again, hit refresh, you'll see that now we have a nice call to action section at the bottom. You can see some text, call to action section for all pages with admin option. Enjoy Nimva. Okay. You can actually change that text here, because as soon as you enable the call to action bar, you'll have a bunch of options like customize the text color, which is now black. You can customize the span color. You can see that we have here a red color, which is determined by using the span tag. So let's say I want to use I want to invert all these colors. I want to have a call to action text color which is red and the span color which is black. You can customize the button text, the link for the button, any option that you want to, any icon that you can use for this button here. Okay, you can customize the color. Right now it's minimal. I can use the 3D. Maybe I want to use, I don't know, maybe where is it? The light blue, and have this button a lot bigger. Okay, the call to action background color is now set to gray. You can actually maybe make it yellow. You can actually upload a custom background image if you want for the call to action. I'm not going to use it right now. Just click on save changes and refresh. And you can see now that we have a yellow background with a nice blue button. This usually is very effective if you want to attract attention for your users. Okay, and as you can see, the colors have changed. Now the text color is red and the span color. When I say span color, I refer to the text that's using the span tag. Okay, it's set to black. Let's go back and try to enable maybe the usage of a pattern. I'm just going to select a pattern here, click on save changes, go back, hit refresh. And now you can see that the call to action section is actually using a pattern instead of that yellow background. I'm going to disable the pattern, and I'm going to select a custom background image. I don't know, maybe this one here. I like this wood kind of image. Okay, go back, hit refresh, and you can see now we have that wood image applied. Another thing I want to do, because you can barely see the text, is change this maybe to a yellow and the span to white. Let's see what happens now. Go back to your site, hit refresh. Okay, much better. Now you can see all the text, and this is actually a nice background we're using. Another thing I want to do is click on repeat on X, because you can see here a small gap. That's because the background is not repeated. Okay, hit refresh. Now you can see that the background is being repeated, so no more gaps here. Okay, go back. Now the following options are usually controlling just the styling of the footer. So everything that happens, it resides from here to here. The footer widgets, the copyright text can be changed using these settings here. So the footer headings color is actually the color that is used for the headings in the widgets. So let's say I want to use a yellow color. The small border for the headings is the border that's following the text, the title. So this is the small border and this is the big border. Okay, I'm going to select let's say a yellow color for the small border, and maybe I don't know, this brown color for the big border. The footer text color will affect you know, the text color for the widgets, as well as the copyright. No, actually the copyright is controlled by another setting, so let's try to change this maybe to a green color. The footer link color should be set okay. We're not using any links, so I'm not going to change this option here. Click on refresh, and now you can see that our widgets have been updated with the colors that we selected here. We have the footer background color, which is a dark black. Okay, let's try to change this maybe to a blue. Click on Save Changes, go back to your page, hit refresh. So now our widgets are placed in a blue background color. Again, you can enable a pattern if you want. So I'm just going to select a dark pattern to be used. Click on any pattern you want to use. You'll see the pattern that you will select will be highlighted. Okay, you can also select a custom background image. I'm not going to use this option here. I already showed you how to use that. Okay, click on refresh, and you can see now a nice pattern being used for the footer widgets area. Right, so the last options that you can use will actually control the footer copyright. So this option, these settings here are controlled by this set of options here. So we have a footer border color, which is that border that you can see here above the black area. You can see a lighter border. I'm just going to select it to green so you can see what I mean. Click on Save Changes, go back to your site, hit refresh, and now you can see that green border above the copyright area. Okay, the copyright background color. I'm going to select a blue color. So for the text color, let's try to maybe use a yellow color. And for the link color, because we have links here, you can see here a link to RockyThemes. I'm just going to select a red color, and they ask me here to select a link color hover color. So when you hover your mouse, I want the link to become yellow. And of course, the copyright border color, as you know, as you may already figure out by now, this is the bottom border. I'm just going to select a green color as well. Save changes, go back to your site, hit refresh. Okay, so now we have the blue color that we selected for the copyright. We have a yellow color for the text, a red color for the link, and when you hover your mouse, the link becomes actually yellow. Now I specified the top border and a bottom border. Now both the borders are actually here. One border is for the widgets. This is the border bottom for the footer widgets, and another border for the copyright. So I'm just going to select the red border so you can better see them in action. Okay, click on Save Changes and refresh. And you can see now that the bottom border for the footer widgets is green, while the top border of the copyright area is red. So these are all the options that you can use for the footers, and in my opinion, they are more than enough to allow you to customize and create a beautiful footer for your site. Okay, so that's it for the footer settings tutorial. I hope you enjoy watching this tutorial, and see you next time.